say does.
It's been an absolute war out there. You look at Detroit. Well, Greg, we know it's an uphill battle from here, down 3-2, and there's no wiggle room. Yet there is some reason for optimism.
Yeah, I mean, they've already proven, Kev, they can win. They've done it twice in this series. They're home. They've adjusted to everything that's been thrown at them. We'll see if they can do it again here and even things up.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Here's Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Towns with it. There's the 3. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Now Harris. From the baseline. It's good.
What nice work to get the high percentage look, and he doesn't make any mistake with it.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all missed significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
This rookie, Thompson, is special. A talented guard who does a little bit of everything.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Bridges outside. And Hart has it in the corner. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Team second. At the line for Detroit, Cunningham.
Take a break.
Hey,
2 shots.
Cunningham. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Runs in the pass to Towns. Now, here's Bridges. It's Hart on the wing. Here's Anunoby. Hits it from three-point range.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
It's time to fire off some kids, everybody!
The Pistons making a change here. Beasley's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Achua's checked in. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Beasley.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Cunningham against Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
It's Beasley on the wing. Pass to Duran.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Now Hardaway, defended by Hart. And Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of, so as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Now, here's Bridges. Still yet to score. Beasley with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Duran sets the screen for Harris. To the middle. From 6 away. Duran, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Pass to Achua. Bridges with it. Here's Brunson. And a missed layup. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Harris, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Brunson outside. That shot missing. Cunningham with some nice D. Launches from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Tie game in Detroit. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Clock is at 3. Here's Achua. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Achua's got the lead up to 2 now for New York. Schroeder outside. Here's Holland. Pass to Beasley. Schroeder outside. The screen from Thompson. It's Schroeder with the drive. And the layup falls.
Well, Dennis Schroeder taking advantage of the pick and roll action. Very good decision maker.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to McBride. Now here's Payne. Now McBride. Still without a basket. Out to Payne. Beyond the arc. Can't hit that one. To the paint. And it's Schroeder missing.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Schroeder. Payne up top. Fires for 3. Hands it from downtown. Payne's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Schroeder. From deep. Connects from three-point range. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Holland. Harris comes in for Asar Thompson. Hardaway's checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Cunningham in for Dennis Schroeder. Then for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Now here's Brunson. Anunoby outside. Brunson, left side. Pass to Achua. There's a screen by Achua. A three-pointer is right on target. McBride's got the lead up to 3 now for New York.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Here's Hardaway. Stewart, a screen for Hardaway. Over McBride. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got 5 now.
Well, how pretty is the shooting form of Hardaway Jr.? This guy is on point.
Runs in the pass to Anunoby. It's deflected. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harris setting the pick for Stewart. Back to Cunningham. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Oh, nice to see Cunningham strike from mid-range. He obviously isn't afraid of mixing up his offense.
Now here's Brunson. 55 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Duran. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Here's Cunningham. He has 6. Now Duran. And here is Harris. To the wing on the left. Stewart kicks to Harris. Pistons passing it around. 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. From deep, Brunson. There's Brunson from deep.
Boy, the ability to stop on the dime and rise and fire Jalen Brunson, that is outstanding.
Cunningham outside. Hardaway from outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Hardaway has got 5 points in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Knicks out front. They lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hey folks, Game 6 looks like a nail-biter for the New York Knicks.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the backup expert.
Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. Facing elimination, can they even the series on their home floor? Shaq.
Are you calling the powers of Shaq Shadamas?
Yeah.
I must consult the bones, but I left them at home, Ernie.
What, are you talking about the dominoes?
Nope.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They lead by 1. Towns dishes to Bridges. Anunoby in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Anunoby's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for New York. Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Here's Brunson, following the bucket by the Pistons. Left side, Towns. At the Hart. Towns sets the pick for Hart. And another three for New York.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Harris outside. Cunningham passes to Harris. On the wing, Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Over Bridges. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Hardaway.
There has to be a certain amount of focus if you're going to be a great scorer. And Hardaway Jr. showing right there, he's locked in.
Pass to Bridges. Thompson against Anunoby. And again, New York with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Cunningham against Brunson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Hart finds Brunson. Over Cunningham. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here is Cunningham. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. And the shot goes in. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
Bridges passes to Hart. Bridges against Hardaway. But with a screen on Hardaway. At the Hart. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And the first one at the line is good. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Detroit. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Cade Cunningham. Miles McBride's checked in for New York. And Hart drops them both. Now here's Schroeder. He has 5. Pass to Duran. Thompson outside. Schroeder kicks to Beasley. 6 to shoot. Thompson sets the pick for Beasley. Bridges with the board.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
The offensive rebound. Here's McBride. New York, no good that time either.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Thompson, a screen on Hart. For 3, Harris. He can't get it to go. New York leading by 8. McBride passes to Hart. Back to McBride. New York moving it around. And they get it back. Brunson, a screen on Harris. Hart. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Beasley has the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. Harris passes to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Pass to Hart. Brunson sets a screen for Hart. Bangs home the trifecta. Hart's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Schroeder dishes to Harris. 35 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Pistons, Stewart comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Howland in for Thompson. Then for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Achua in for Josh Hart. Here's Howland. Nothing on the board. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Brunson scanning the floor. And finished off by Robinson.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
And here's Beasley. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Beasley's got himself on the board with 3 there. And so it's the New York Knicks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Schroeder with the ball. Pass to Holland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First team foul. At the line for Detroit, Holland taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. New York leading by 6. Here's Payne. Pass to Towns. Back to Payne. McBride with the ball. Clock at 4. They get it back. Robinson, that's good. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Here's Schroeder. And the 3-ball is good.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference in the games on the line.
Towns uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, this team is at its best when Towns is looking to establish himself on the interior.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Reed's checked in for Holland. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Yeah, he begged them, don't give up. He told his guys one possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Schroeder surveying the floor. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. And New York with a change here, too. Shamet's checked in. Stewart passes to Fontecchio. Out Beasley, but 3. Good on the triple.
We know Mr. Beasley wants to drain it from distance, especially if you give him any kind of space.
Payne passes to Towns. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Schroeder dishes to Beasley. Count it, good. Beasley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, to me, that's Malik Beasley playing bigger than his size. This guy just keeps coming despite the contact.
Now here's Payne. Tight defense on him. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Comes up empty down low. Pistons trail by 5. Schroeder outside. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Attention fans, now on the court, it's your hype squad. Everybody get loud. Let them hear you. Pistons are on the way, fans.
out there. And then for New York, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Lock at 6. Hardaway sets a screen for Cunningham. Offline from the top of the key.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Brunson finds Bridges. Towns the screen. Fires from the wing. Good. Nothing but net.
What a wingspan on this young man. Able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Cunningham. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Yes, sir. Cade Cunningham embracing the role of the leader.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. He's down low. Turns on him. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Now here's Cunningham. Going inside. Jalen Brunson grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Harris.
Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Cunningham. Lays it up off the glass. And that's 12 points for Cade Cunningham.
Oh, that is big time by a big-time player. Cunningham loves the moment.
Brunson, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Hardaway finds Cunningham. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And all around to win that time before dropping in. Now just a 4-point New York lead. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up with the Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the inside. And to Hart. The three. It's good from long range. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
One more time. That was your Pistons winning.
There's 25 seconds left in the game. Hardaway kicks to Cunningham. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
For the Knicks, Bridges. Bridges. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Outside Hardaway. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. It took them 6 games to do it, Greg, but they finally asserted themselves and move on to round 2.
And I really think it benefits a team to have a competitive series in round 1. It gets those playoff juices kind of flowing, if you will. Prevents any kind of complacency from setting in.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to present our player of the game.